Howdy, folks, and fellow travelers on spaceship Earth. Well, I'm still working on this last one animation. That's it. I just go one. Everything else is in. This is the last one. And it's so. Hey, Brent, I was showing the kid the original Mission Impossible, but it went like 6 minutes over. So I figured, everybody will be okay with that. Kiddo liked the Mission Impossible. Interesting, though, I don't think I've seen MI1 since 1996. I think that's the last time. I don't think I've seen it again in theaters. It just seems like that was the last good one. But I've noticed that it's interesting how they ramp up. You know what I mean? Like, that one was a thinker. That was a thinky movie. And I remember in 96 going, wow, they kind of turned all of Mission Impossible, which was a team movie, into a Tom Cruise vehicle and made it into an action flick with lots of explosions and things. And I was like, and now watching it, I'm like, this is the least Tom Cruise in action movie of the whole lot. I'm like, gosh, they really did go like worse. So it was like really sad. I was like, oh noes. No. So, anyway. I wish it wouldn't default to ease. Anyway, so that was what we were doing. We were watching the last Mission Impossible. The first Mission Impossible, which was the last good one, as you just so quaintly put it. And the worst part is that by readjusting it, it totally turns the ease back on again. I'm like, don't turn the ease back on. It works. See, now it's doing the ease again. Oof. I would have done it for you. Although later there was Simon Pegg was in some of those. So, to be fair, that's a much nicer setup. Okay, see, now this is where we do you're not supposed to be easing out like that yet. thing, stop helping me by trying to make the animation clearer. Because the whole point is that you're supposed to show off tracking. This is off tracking. That's not straight. There we go. Ugh. As soon as you touch it, it goes, oh, good, we'll put all the E's back in it. It's like, don't put E's into these things. We don't need it to ease. I'm good, thank you. And probably needs to go. More like that. So what we're trying to show is off tracking. That'd be fine. I'll do that for you if you want. So here we've got why you don't want to back up with the wheels turned right away, because you'll off track into the car next to you, right? Okay, good. Now we show you what you should do. You back up until you're lined up with the mirrors or lined up with the bumpers of the car next to you, then start turning your wheels. I know. That's one of the reasons why I think I'm going to switch to Blender for the next set of these, because you can do a follow path in Blender. You can't in DAZ. But I already started here, and I'm going to have to rebuild the whole thing from scratch in Blender anyway, so... I can follow paths in Blender, so we don't... There's a lot of things that I really wish it wouldn't do, but it does. Well, look at this car. This is happening super fast. Barely an inconvenience. It needs to go at like half the speed. They're out there doing fireworks again. Because people can't not do that. I mean, it's only 12 days after the 4th of July, so I could totally see why they might still want to fire off fireworks. I mean, they started 10 days before. Why not go till 10 days after? The thing that makes me mad about this is it makes me start to hate the 4th of July. Like, I kind of dread the 4th of July. And that doesn't sound like a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't seem like that's a good idea. I don't know. And I don't mind the fireworks they're firing off now. It's when they fire off those damn mortars. A couple of nights ago, I bit my tongue whenever they did that. I was like, thanks, guys. They had nothing better to do. Now, before we do this, I'm going to look for something else to do while we're doing this, because I've discovered that when I hit render, if I'm doing something else, it's okay. If I'm not, it's not okay. Right? That's okay. I don't know if I have it. I hate to say that I feel ridiculously unmotivated tonight, but I feel ridiculously unmotivated. It's been a bad weekend for me. I didn't have a very good weekend. I was particularly isolated. I felt very isolated. Yeah, just a lot of, I don't know, things. Maybe I'll start something new. Yeah, so just kind of particularly isolated this particular last weekend. It's just kind of sad. I think that I probably don't need this to be actually all of only really needs to be up to here. So we'll give it to, I don't know, 140 frames. So we'll give it a total of 140. And that'll give us out to there. Yeah. Nothing like celebrating Trinity. All right. This will be off tracking 1 transparent. Go and come over here and see what else I'm going to do. Do this. Bring this up here so I can see what I'm looking for. I'll go into I've got a collection of pinup inspiration, thoughts for some pinup pictures or whatever. Give me some poses or something to work from while it's rendering out. Kind of looking through here, going, there's got to be something that's kind of interesting, and I don't know. That one looks like an interesting sort of setup. I like her face. She's got a cool face going for her. It is reversed, though. That's kind of weird. I wonder if maybe I should bring that into, we'll bring that into clip. And that way I can keep. I could, but there's nothing funny right now. I'm not feeling very funny. Problem with Springs comics is I have to be feeling funny, and I'm not feeling very funny right Yeah, no, it's all good. I appreciate the thought. I didn't like stop bothering me or anything like that. I'm actually going to try this on a little bit more of a free hand and see what I get. Yeah, I was just doing the typical thing I do where I'm thinking so much on what I'm doing now that I just repeat the same thing I just said twice. So I repeat the same thing I said twice. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I could do that too. I don't know. I'm just sketching at this point. Let's see where we are. Frame 70. Hey. Good night, Brent. Hey there, cat. Join me at your peril. I don't know why I'm at a place called Peril, but I'm apparently at a place called Peril. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't think it worked, my friend. Pride 2. Yep. Yep. Oh, there you are. You know you can bring you in, right? You know that, right? Can you not bring you in? Oh, you can bring you in. Okay, good.
Yeah. Okay, now you can hear me.
Yeah, I can't hear you until you're in.
Oh, I didn't know that. I literally refreshed thinking it was my system glitching again.
No, well, the first time you joined, it was a black screen. So that would have meant that nothing was working.
Oh,
so
okay.
it didn't work the first time. But the
Okay.
second time when you came in, I can't hear
Mhm.
you until you're in the show.
Oh, okay.
Mostly
Okay.
because there's no spot for me to hear what's going on
Mhm.
without it going out into the stream. So,
Oh,
and
okay.
the reason we have the green room is, let's say I give the passcode to somebody and then they join the stream and then they, start cursing or whatever. I should be
Mhm.
able to cut them off by dropping them from the stream out there,
Mhm. That
So,
makes sense.
yeah, so nobody can hear what's going on in the green room. We can see each other,
Oh, okay.
but I can't hear you.
Okay. All right, then it's just me being goofy then.
Yeah, you're fine now. You're running just fine.
Good.
So,
Okay. Yeah, I've got so much to do. Mostly kind of boring stuff, but maybe it'll be educational for other people. Doing this for another evening stream. I'll be working. Sorry, I'm editing the description really quick. I'll be working on a portfolio review. Gotta be ready for the week. I've got so much stuff I have to do this week.
me too.
Let's see. Action, adventure. Was there not like a books and comics one? Dang. I've got literally everything else.
Right. As for what the stream is,
Yeah.
we just usually say art and music.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Just wanted to edit the title really quick, so it's sending out that data. Dun, 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 dun. There it goes. Cool. All right, it should be live on YouTube now. Yeah, I've got I found out that Viz is doing portfolio or Viz Originals specifically is doing portfolio reviews.
Right.
And so I'm gonna try to get me one of those. But it's first come, first serve. So
Sounds
we'll
good
see.
to me. I mean, I think that's a great idea. You certainly could kick butt over there.
Yeah, I'm not like I don't want to like shoot myself in the foot and say even if they offered I wouldn't take it because I can't say that because I don't know how I would feel if they were like interested. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think either way, it would be a really good experience to go through. So I can share with other people like what they could expect. Because I've never put like a. So it looks like the way that they structure their reviews is through like an actual pitch, something that I've never put together before. So this is a good experience for me to go through because I've never really gone through this either. And they ask for like really specific things. So their guidelines says they want to see a story synopsis. Please provide a brief summary of the general story direction, a proposed series outline. In other words, like how do the story and characters develop as the series progresses. So you're gonna have to have like an idea of what it's already going to be like.
Right.
Character descriptions. The protagonist and potential cast of characters should be described, and I'm assuming like main characters. Character target audience and comparable titles. I thought that was really interesting because a lot of people don't think about target audience. They just are like, my audience is everyone.
Right.
And I get to sit there and scream, everyone is not an audience.
It's not a complete audience. What's your problem? Oh God.
Right. Yeah, it says who are your readers you imagine would enjoy the story, or who are the readers you imagine would enjoy the story, and what do they like to read? So I had kind of fun like thinking about that kind of stuff. And then they want a character bio with your creative goals, and is there an artist attached, or are you the artist? And then character designs. If the artist is already attached, meaning me, so I have to have character designs. Protagonist visual at minimum. Sketches are okay. Thank God. Thank goodness it is just sketches. Because that means I don't have to do full finished artwork. And then sample sequential work, related to the pitch or not, we want a sense of what you're visually aiming for. So thank goodness I have that part already done. That's the hard part, I think. So I went through and kind of set this up earlier today, and I went and found one of the original. I have the Art of Inuyasha book, and so I wanted to see, and that's Viz. So I wanted to see like how they do it. So I went ahead and grabbed one of these just so I can have a comparison. Like, what stuff do they look for? Do they show props? Do they show items? Like, they show facial expressions. How large are they? Just to use as like a guide to see like how big I want things. And like how they arrange the information, because clearly they approved of this, right? And like, what do they mean by sketches? And these are actually pretty sketchy. If you actually have the book, which I do, and you look at them up close, they're pretty sketchy. They're clean sketches, but they're sketchy. So I thought that would be like a really helpful guide just to see like how I want to put my stuff together. And that's basically what I did. Is I organized all of those today. So now I have to go in and do like the do the actual sketches after I do everything else. So put in well, maybe I guess I could do the sketches now, but I'd like to put in like all of the quote unquote boring stuff. And what I did is I set it up in a Clip Studio document, because I have my Samsung S8 Plus, right? So if I take that with me, maybe they could redline and make notes like on my Clip Studio file if they want to. And if they don't, I'm not sure if there's like a PDF app that I can have. Yeah, so I think that'd be kind of cool.
I don't know either.
Oh, maybe I'm missing comments. So I'm not seeing any comments. Weird. Just gonna watch your chat. Yeah, are you seeing comments? Because I'm not seeing any.
Am I seeing what comments? Nothing.
Yeah, it sounded like you were talking to somebody.
Once Brent left, I don't. Oh, I was talking to Brent, but Brent went to bed when you came on.
Okay, sorry.
And so you won't comment prior to your arrival.
Yeah, it just felt like your question was directed towards
prior
someone
to
else.
being here. Which question?
I don't even remember now.
I said something.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
It's all right. Okay, well, we'll make it straight up. If I said something, it might have just been word salad. You know how sometimes it's just like, I don't know what I'm saying. My mouth was not. I left my mouth tender.
I thought maybe I was like, wow, maybe I said something confusing. I thought it was me. That's funny.
I know that I am right now trying to do 3 things. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So I'm like trying to do all these different things, and so I can tell already that I've left my unattended a couple of times. So.
It's okay. Lord knows I've done it too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do this tomorrow when I have the brain capacity to do words. I do
words.
Not words are hard. I can't do that today. Yeah. All right. Oh, this is on the wrong side. Okay, I'll move this over here.
People keep making commentaries about things not being. That's the other thing, is like one of the things I'm doing is bouncing back and forth between Facebook, and I might be answering you instead of answering Facebook.
Oh, I see.
Which could be an entirely different problem. So it could entirely be that could be what's going on. So I might do blah, 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 blah. And what I really was trying to do was answer somebody on Facebook. So
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, my mouth is unattended.
That's perfectly fine. My brain's all over the
Sorry,
place.
my mouth.
Okay. Like my brain's all over the place with like getting the presentation ready for the panel, like getting this portfolio together that I did not know I was putting together until Friday. Brain is kind of all over the place. I'm having a Ralph moment where it's like, I'm in danger. Like that's my brain right now.
Right.
It's like help.
Right. Help me. I am overloaded.
Save me, please. Yeah, I'm overloaded.
Right.
Yeah, basically. What's going on?
That's
What's happening? I'm scared.
Right. I'm in danger.
I love that line so much.
Yeah. That Ralph so line is just great.
Yeah, it's like it's the best. Because it sounds so dumb but like funny at the same time. Ralph is like low-key my spirit animal sometimes.
Wrong. Yeah. Also true. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I have to render this animation out, and that takes up all of my PC's power. So all I can do now is just kind of wait for it to finish the render. And if I leave the render screen up, it slugs my computer out so badly.
Oh, okay. I see.
And so I have to do something else and switch screens and stuff like that so that it's not doing it.
Yeah, been there, done that too many times.
Yeah.
Stupid computer. You make me look bad.
It's going to make me do this the hard way. I hate that. I hate you, Chrome. Jesus. Chrome and its save everything. Everybody, all the ability to download stuff by saving it in a weird format if you hit save as. So you'll be forced to not do, you can't save pictures then. Now I have to go save the stupid picture in a different format because it's dumb. And this, you can get around it. It's just a pain in the butt.
Why make things easy when you can make things hard?
Right, exactly. Why would we fix that? They want us to stop saving pictures off the web.
How dare you?
Right? And all I'm trying to do is save something that I already have, like a picture somewhere. I'm going to spend all night finding it.
Same. I literally just spent an hour looking for a sketch.
Right?
Yeah. I was like, I know the sketch exists. I know it is here somewhere. I was freaking out honestly because I went to my Dropbox, the on my computer side, and I was because I have mine online only, and I was freaking out because it kept telling me the file was moved or corrupted. I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, please do not let all of my Dropbox be corrupted. And when I went online, just fine. Everything's just fine. And so I'm like, what? Dropbox, make up your mind. So maybe it's just a connectivity issue, or what? But like it kept putting on the archive box logo, like the icon. And I'm like, please do not tell me that I've lost all these files, because if I have lost all these files, I will probably like have a heart attack. But it wasn't. It was just fine when I went to the website itself, just fine. I could download stuff. So I'm like, that's weird. But my life flashed before my eyes at the thought of losing all of my important files. And it did that for whole folders, like whole root folders.
Right.
So, and I think I already have like 900 gigabytes in my Dropbox. So I was like, oh god.
I'm getting tired of all of this. So what I'm in a stupid fight on Facebook, and I know I shouldn't be doing it in the first place. I know I shouldn't.
What are you doing?
So there's this guy who keeps asserting that all of the new Star Trek is in a different timeline.
Mm-hmm.
And the showrunner Akiba has said no, it's all in the same timeline. Mm-hmm. It's all in the same timeline and all universal and stuff like that, and everything's cool. Mm-hmm. And they keep asserting that it's in a different timeline. And I'm like, well, first of all, you're not paid enough to assert that it's in a different timeline. You can theorize, you can guess, but you can't come in here and go proof that this is in a different timeline. And they keep coming up with things. The last episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, one of the Vulcans in there picked up food. And in Enterprise, they had said that Vulcans don't touch their food. They don't eat because they consider it to be barbaric, right? And so he goes, further proof that it's a different timeline. And I said, you've said this 3 or 4 times. I haven't heard a single person here mention the fact that every time they bring the character T'Pring onto the ship, they have managed to make the character Uhura somewhere else so that she never meets T'Pring. Because in the original series, when we meet Spock's future wife, T'Pring, Uhura says, she's lovely. Who is she? Which implies she's never met them, never met the character. And I said, you guys are not even noticing how much trouble they're going through to make sure that those two characters are never in the same scene. And instead, you're worried about one of the Vulcan actors picking up food? I'm like, do you see how much effort they're putting in to make sure that the new show doesn't violate the old show in any way? Or how much effort they're putting into Pike not being in the same place as James Kirk? Because Kirk says canonically in the original series, I only met Chris Pike once at a what would he say, at a something function. So it was, as in like an admiralty function or something like that. So we only met him one time. So they can't have Chris Pike and Captain Kirk in the same place because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going through all this trouble, which I actually think is fun and fascinating, how much the writers are going through this convoluted, twisted way to keep the characters that canonically didn't meet away
Mm-hmm.
from each other.
Yeah.
Spock canonically met Kirk before the original series. They knew each other before. They said it in the series, so we can have Spock in the Strange New Worlds meet Captain Kirk in Strange New Worlds. But Kirk did say he only met Pike once at a function. So now you can't have Pike and, it's like, and these guys are whining because the Vulcans picked up food. And I'm like, oh, God, people.
Such a dumb thing.
It is so, well, I mean, arguing over dumb things is a hallmark of Trekkies. I mean, I hate to say this.
That's fair.
We've been doing that since the 70s. What bothers me is when people get all high and mighty
Mm-hmm.
and start doing the, well, no, definitely, they obviously aren't good at their job. And I'm like, you guys aren't even paying attention to the stuff that they're doing that's good at their job. That makes me really mad. It's like, instead of giving them props for doing something very clever, they're not.
Mm-hmm. They just want something to be mad about.
Yeah.
Whoa, excuse me. Sorry.
Godzilla.
Jeez.
It's non-denominational.
just came out of nowhere.
Right? I had one of those this afternoon. I was just like sitting there and I'm talking. I was like, choo choo. And I immediately did the I'm dead. Because it sounded like a gunshot to me.
Yeah, it's been the air pollution has been really bad here today.
Yeah, it's pretty lousy here too.
Mm-hmm. I had to go outside today to go do the last minute shopping before I leave on Wednesday. So just getting all the last minute stuff, and it was so bad. Even for me, it wasn't like a Colorado level of smoke bad, but it was pretty bad. I've definitely seen it worse in Colorado. But man, still not fun.
Mm-hmm.
I hate doing this stuff. I hate doing portfolio stuff. This is why I don't have a portfolio. That's why I don't have one. Because I hate doing this. God, it's like a performance almost. No, you have to have all of this and make it look presentable and pretty and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no.
Sadly, you have to know how to promote yourself. It is what it is.
Well, I mean, it's the hey, if you're gonna bring a portfolio with us, you have to have this and that and this and that stuff and it's like, okay, yeah, I will do that. It's like, damn, I don't even know if I'm actually gonna get the review. It's first come, first serve.
Right. Now, the good news is this won't hurt you in any way.
No, it definitely won't hurt me anyway. I mean, it's a good thing to go through, and if I ever need it in the future, it'll already be done. So, it's a worthwhile process. It's just, I hate doing it. There's a reason I don't have one.
Did you forget your things?
Huh? Forget my things?
No, I'm talking to the kid. Hang on.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I just forgot what I was doing.
I'm sorry. I'm asking.
No, it's me. I'm trying to remember how I was going to set this up because I wrote all these notes down with my editor, and I'm trying to remember how I wrote it in my notes. Oh, those are the wrong notes. So I went through these like really nice notes that have like all my characters, like my character structure in them, so I know who's what. Here it is.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I thought I had a nicer version of this. One that would like actually describe my characters. Ah, here we go. Throw this up here temporarily.
Heat advisory. What does heat advisory mean? That looks bad.
What does heat advisory mean?
Right? At 10 p.m.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you guys have it bad there. Right now it's 88.
From Monday 10 a.m. to Monday. Temperatures in the upper 90s to around 100. Collins, Boulder, Denver, and Greeley.
Oof.
Hot temperatures may cause heat illness. Let's stay in an air conditioned, stay out of the sun. Check up on relatives and neighbors. Take extra precautions outside. Wear lightweight. Wow. Holy crap. It's going to be hot enough tomorrow to be a warning. Dang.
Oh, wow. Our air quality here, it has only gotten worse today. Our air quality has gone all the way up to 156.
Wow. 56.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What's our air quality look like? I wonder where I can find air quality. One of these air quality.
I have it up now. Let me go look. I have the air quality map up now. For you guys, right now, it's 65 in Denver. It's 77 in Boulder, though.
That's not bad.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I've had better days, but, you know, that's not so bad.
It's 99 in Golden.
It's still 22
fire burning?
Yeah.
Maybe. Golden and Evergreen are in the 90s. West of Broomfield is pretty bad too. It's like 110.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it looks like there's a fire or something going on there. And the winds are all going...
I don't see one.
Westward. The winds are all going north and westward in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of wind coming off the mountains right now. I guess I should probably check San Diego's weather. So I know what I'm getting myself into. Oh my god.
Yeah, what kind of trouble are you getting into?
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Alright. Well, it's cooler there. Well, they also have the ocean to help keep them cool. Pollen's pretty bad, but it'll only be in the 70s this week. Mm-hmm. And here where I'm at, it's going to be in the 90s, almost 100 all week. Humidity's pretty high, though. Pollen looks like it'll be okay. If it only gets as high as 70, I will be very happy with that. Very happy with that. Yeah, the highest temperature is going to be on Wednesday, the day I get in, and it'll be 78. I was going to say no rain, but then again, it is San Diego. Ooh, tsunami warning after 7.3 earthquake off the US coast. Oh boy! Crazy. Wow, Lake Orville at 100% capacity? Damn. Good. They need the water out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we filled up a lot of our reservoirs with all this weird last however long.
Sure, that's only a good thing. Let's use not a manga font for these things. Let's use a normal font. Whatever that means. Something a little bit more normal.
All right.
Oof. That's not what I meant.
Oh my God, there's an AI program going around called Pseudo Write, and you just write your words for the day so you can hit your word count. And I'm like, what's the point of that?
Yeah, it's like, then are you actually getting anything valuable done, or are you just... Makes no sense.
I mean, I do.
Then you don't
There
get
is
to
a
call yourself
definite
a
benefit
writer.
to screwing around with AI, right? I do enjoy,
But
like I
this ain't
said,
it.
I've said this a lot. I mean, I do enjoy the using AI to give me just a shake up my ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But is extrapolate off of what the AI gave me. I was trying to tonight. I was trying to prove a point, so I told Midjourney to make a watercolor picture of a Klingon bird of prey, and it made these really cool looking spaceships that looked kind of like spaceships crossed with birds. And I was like, okay, it didn't do what I wanted it to do, but those are kick butt spaceship designs. So I totally like started drawing those out and stuff. I was like, I'm stealing those. So it was like really funny. But that's what I think it's good for. I don't think it's good for doing the actual work. You can't claim it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Miso, I have picked you up like 6 times tonight.
Me?
No, Miso. She keeps jumping up and
Miso.
jumping down. Yeah, jumping up, jumping down, jumping up, jumping down, jumping up, jumping down. And what she is perfectly capable of jumping onto the desk herself. I even have like a little like stool to like help her, and so I don't know if there's physically something wrong with her where she just doesn't want to do it anymore. But she refuses to jump up here by herself, and instead she'll sit there and she'll paw at my leg until I pick her up and put her on the desk. So I don't know if, I mean, she is almost 9 now.
Right.
Like, I think she's starting to get old, but it's like, I literally have a multitude of ways for you to be able to get yourself up here, and yet you choose just to paw at me until I pick you up. Maybe you're just getting old. It's hard to tell with cats. She is 9, almost. She'll be 9 in 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. She's an old lady now.
They move so fast through all of those too. It's so sad.
Yeah. I mean, she needs her senior discount.
George was a kitten in like 2020. That makes him 3. You know, his birthday is May the 4th, though. I think that's always kind of appropriate for a cat that lives with us.
Yeah.
May the
Miso. 4th. That's funny. Miso's is July 31st.
Oh, that's my birthday. So Miso and I were born the same day.
Oh, nice. I picked July 31st because I took her into the vet, like around like it was, well, they had to estimate her birthday because when I took her in, it was November 30th. It was November 30th. So it was like right after Thanksgiving, because that was sort of when I learned that like the neighbors weren't coming back after Thanksgiving. So I got Miso. I don't know if I ever told you how I got Miso.
No, I've never heard this.
Oh, okay. So, this was 2014, and my neighbors had watched Salem, my orange tabby, while I was away at New York Comic-Con that October. And then around Thanksgiving, they said, "Hey, we're gonna go visit some family over Thanksgiving. Would you watch our cat for us since we watched yours?" So I'm like, "Yeah, sure, of course. I'd love to." And so they gave me this tiny little kitten, tiny little kitten, drooling everywhere, absolutely obscene drooling. But was really, really thin, really scraggly, had a broken canine tooth. Miso, of course. And So I'm thinking, oh, like they'll be back on Monday, and they never came back. It was like middle of the week, and my landlord came to me and said, "Hey, I'm like, we're going around asking, have you heard from your neighbors lately?" I said, "No, not like since they left, but they said that they'd be back. I'm watching their cat for them." And they said, "Oh, you have the cat." Yeah, I have the cat. It's a kitten, but yeah, I have it. They'll go, "Oh no, like they had a cat that had kittens." I'm like, "Oh, I just have a kitten then." And they're like, "Oh, well, they must have left the kittens because a couple of the neighbors have the kittens." So it turns out they broke their lease and never came back.
Wow.
And so they were
And
trying
they
to
dumped
get
the cat kittens on you guys.
Yeah, basically. And I said, "Well, do you know of any no-kill shelters I could take her to? Because I already have a cat. I don't know if I can afford another cat or like extra pet rent. I definitely can't afford like another deposit." And they said, "Well, we'll look around." And so I spent like 2 days looking for someone who would want to adopt her because Miso's like super loving, just drooled everywhere, super sweet, right, Miso? Super sweet, really loving. And none of the none of the shelters in the area were no-kill shelters.
Right.
So I thought, like, I went to and Salem was already really attached to Miso. Like, he was grooming her, loving on her, like being like a big brother cat to Miso. And so I was like, well, I went to the landlord and I was like, is it possible that I could like split my pet deposit over the rest of the remaining months of my lease? And they go, yeah, totally, sure. Like, that we understand you didn't like intend to go get the cat, and if you want to keep her, we'll work with you.
Oh, that was nice of them.
Yeah, they did, and they didn't charge me any extra pet rent. They went ahead and just like, yep, just here's, we'll just increase your rent to cover the rest, to cover the new deposit, and you'll be good to go. So we did that, and here she is.
Yeah.
So I got Miso. And they said that she was about 6 months old when I got her. Just about 6 months. Between they weren't quite sure, between 5 and 6 months. And so they estimated her birthday like around like end of July. So I said, let's just do July 31st. Make it an easy day to remember. They're like, okay, cool.
Yep, same as my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Which works for me. I like that. It's good.
Yep. She's a good girl. Yeah. Really, Misa only had one issue, and that was after I got her initially. She had a hard time learning about the litter box.
Mm-hmm.
But like once I got her trained, she was fine. And it was only when I was gone for long periods, like if I was gone all day, like she'd stop using the litter box.
Right, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It was weird. But eventually she was fine. I mean, and thank God she like at least she peed on tile flooring rather than like on carpet or something.
Right.
But she's never, ever since we left their apartment, she's never done it again. It was just for some reason in that one apartment that she did that. And I know it was her because there was a time where Salem was at the vet and it happened when he wasn't there. So I know it was you, Miso. She's like, Mom, why are you telling embarrassing stories about me? She's kind of zoning out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you falling asleep?
What? What in the world's going on? The project was saved in a newer version of Adobe Premiere and cannot be opened in this version.
No.
This is the newer version. Oh no.
Did it update maybe? It just needs to be updated?
I don't know, but whatever's the story, that shouldn't be happening at all. At all? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's. I don't know. That's not something that should be occurring.
Oopsies.
So we'll try this the other way. I will open it with the actual file, double clicking on the file to see if that works. I'm trying to figure out where the hell I've stored them. That could be a big problem. That's a lot of work that suddenly won't open because I guess somehow it got loaded. I don't know, backwards. I don't know how it could possibly have gotten back to reverting. This literally from 2 nights ago. I don't know how in the world we could possibly be there. You know what I mean? Like, just from 2 nights ago. There's no way it could have. Sort by type. Okay, there we go. That's less scary. less not making my life very scared. Right. This needs to be turned in on Friday, like last Friday. So
that's right.
I'm on this, and I'm just like, I only need to fix this one piece. That's so weird. I got all quiet because I'm doing surgery now.
Yeah, sorry, I got quiet team like typing out some stuff.
Good. As long as we're getting the work done.
Yeah, getting the boring, wordy stuff done first.
It's still way too fast. You spent so much time on this. I don't want to re-render it. I want to rebuild the animation.
Mood.
Like all of this is just like so stupid. I'm like, it doesn't need to be that difficult. Yes, that's exactly what it shouldn't do. Why is it? Why did you do that to me? Hmm.
Okay, now that's done. different pose there.
All right, pushing the button. This may take it a second, and I might get all choppy. As fair warning here.
Good to know.
You always play it before you send it off to people.
Always. Now I get to redraw Aros, but put him in the proper clothes this time.
Always a plus.
Right? Well, I changed his outfit when I drew the cover. So now I have to make it match. Oh, I meant to put that on a different page. That's okay. I can do it again.
That looks solid. I'll see what they say and then call that a day. The kiddo and I were watching Mission Impossible 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny because the high tech stuff was so low tech now. Because it was 1996. So they're like, looking on the Usenets for things, and they're using, Netscape Navigator. And you're like, wow. And it was
crazy.
so high tech back then too. It was like super high tech. Oh.
Yeah, I've seen a couple friends they're like I just can't watch old movies because it just the technology just seems like so crazy, like ridiculous and silly to me. And like it feels like watching I'm watching the ancient past sometimes, and I'm like, bro, like the Goonies or something. We were watching the Goonies, and that's like set what no, I don't want to say way in the past, but like substantially from where it is now. And all they could talk about is how bad the filming looked, like how low quality the recording looked. And I was like, bruh,
right?
What do you expect? Like, do you know how old this movie is? I'm so glad these only have to be sketches. Lisa, where did my pen go? Are you sleeping on my pen again? Lisa, where's my pen? You're laying on top of my pen. Now what am I supposed to do? It's against cat law to disturb the cat once the cat is sleeping. I guess I'll do everything else then. I'll get everything else ready. Heaven forbid I disturb the cat while she's sleeping. And face the wrath of cat law. I do not wish to die a painful death.
Right.
Oh boy, story synopsis time. That means I gotta work on my pitch. My elevator pitch.
Yep.
Oh no. I believe the phrase, I'm in danger, applies.
Right? I'm going to move you back to the top here while we watch you be in danger.
Oh gosh, please. Have
Well,
mercy.
I'm uploading to the SharePoint drive, so it's boring to watch me.
Think it's any more or less boring to watch me type?
Yeah, well, there it is. It is what it is. You can't watch me type because I'm typing on a secured line, so we can't broadcast that. So there's
right. Okay.
It's all right. We've passed midnight anyway, so.
Well, yeah.
Which actually makes it perfect because once this thing's done uploading, I'm done for the night, really, because I can't think of anything else to do. But I'm writing this email.
Yeah, I gotta grab the. I have this here, and I'm sure I can make this more. Actually, I think the one in Global Comics is even more concise. I think, because I think I trimmed it down. Honestly, I could probably throw it in the chat GPT and tell it to be X number of characters, and it would probably do that for me. Did ChatGPT write this? No. No. Just kidding, I wouldn't do that. That's really the only thing I could even see me using something like ChatGPT for is to take something I already have and narrow it down.
I think both Kane and I have come to the conclusion there are uses that will be very valuable.
Yeah.
To AI. You can't just throw it out wholesale, but it has to be assistance.
Assisted.
I'm having ChatGPT write just random one-up stories for a fake news channel for my comic. So I feed it data from the world and have it just write up a news story. And that's pretty cool because it gives something new and fresh to do, but it's not really involved. It's like the weather report on this planet. You know what I mean? I don't want to write that. But it adds a certain amount of realism and grit to the story that you get a weather report from this planet, which is mundane and normal, So, that makes it kind of nice, It's so, but that's a use. That's like a side use for it. It's not the major use,
Yeah. Yeah, let me see. I guess I can bring this down to 15. Come on, the text tool gets really slow in clips sometimes. I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd call him young, but let's see. Revive a former friend, the gods of life, and. Okay, it's not. Okay, yeah, it's 3 lines. It's over 3 lines. That's too long. Oh my gosh, 5 lines? Yeah, it's too long. It should be 2 sentences, maybe.
All right.
Yeah, I want it to fit in 3 lines. That way, it's like 2 sentences. Guess I don't need
Yeah,
that
I'm
much.
probably going to head out here in just a second so I can go to bed so I can get back up and do this again in the morning.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I'm gonna be up trying to get at least ROs done. But I'll jump off the stream so I can focus.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, I appreciate you joining me.
Oh, thanks for
Being like,
having me.
yeah, I mean, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool, and I
Yeah.
will see everybody else later. I think we have 4 viewers, so there's actually some people watching out there. So
Thanks, everybody.
yeah. So for all of you guys who are watching out there, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate you. And again, I'll be streaming tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Time, so you can join me then. And as always, thank you for being with me, Kat, and keep your eyes on the stars. Bye-bye.
Bye.